It started at a small farm auction outside town. Rows of broken equipment sat baking under the summer heat, old plows, rusty trailers, abandoned machinery, and parked near the back fence was the tractor, faded red paint, broken headlights, flat tires, birds nesting under the seat. Worst of all, the engine was missing. Most people barely looked at it. Some laughed, some shook their heads. One man even said, "That thing'll never move again." But one farmer kept staring at it. His name was Walter Hayes, a quiet farmer known for fixing things nobody else would touch, and for reasons nobody understood. Walter wanted that tractor. Walter wasn't rich, his farm was small, his equipment was old, and every season felt like survival. But Walter had one thing most people didn't: patience. For years, he collected broken machines. Old engines, discarded parts, scrap metal. People thought he was wasting time. But Walter believed every machine deserved a second chance. Even this tractor. So when the bidding started, he raised his hand. Nobody competed. Not a single person. The auctioneer looked confused. "Auctioneer, you sure you want this one, Walter?" Walter nodded. And for less money than a used lawnmower, he bought the engine-less tractor. The crowd burst into laughter, but Walter never reacted. He just climbed into his old pickup truck and hauled the tractor home. For weeks, nobody saw Walter. The tractor disappeared inside his barn. Late at night, neighbors heard metal grinding, welding sparks, heavy tools. Something was happening inside, but Walter refused to explain. Then one afternoon, a delivery truck arrived. Inside was something nobody expected: a military surplus diesel engine, massive, heavy, and far more powerful than the tractor was ever designed to handle. Rumors spread through town instantly. People thought Walter had lost his mind. But inside the barn, he kept working day after day, night after night, building something nobody had ever seen before. 3 months later, Walter finally rolled the tractor outside. The entire town gathered to watch. Most expected failure. Some came just to laugh again. The tractor still looked rough, still rusty, still old. But under the hood was something completely different. Walter climbed into the seat, turned the key. At first, nothing happened. Then suddenly, the engine exploded to life. Black smoke blasted into the sky, the ground shook, windows rattled nearby. The sound was unbelievable. People stopped laughing instantly. This wasn't an ordinary farm tractor anymore. It sounded like a machine built for war. A few days later, Walter took the tractor into the fields. And that's when everything changed. The machine pulled equipment twice its size. It plowed heavy ground effortlessly. It never overheated, never slowed down. Farmers from nearby towns started visiting just to see it. Nobody understood how Walter made it work. The custom modifications were unbelievable: hand-built mounts, modified transmission, custom fuel system. Walter had transformed junk into one of the strongest tractors anyone had ever seen. The same people who laughed at him now wanted him to rebuild their machines too. By the late 1980s, Walter's tractor became local legend. People drove hours just to watch it work. Some called it crazy. Others called it genius. But everyone remembered it, not because it was expensive, not because it was beautiful, but because one farmer refused to see it as worthless. Walter saw potential where everyone else saw scrap. And in doing so, he built something unforgettable: